maybe?
No, my
Oh.
dad's like uncle's lake.
Oh, by a lake? Okay, has anybody seen a snail somewhere else? Logan?
I saw a snail in our backyard.
In your backyard?
And
Cooper?
I also got on me.
Oh, it got on you? Creepy. What about you, Cooper?
I saw one, but, on the edge of my pond.
Oh, nice. All right, one more share. Harriet, where did you see a snail?
When I was camping, it was at Sturgeon Lake, and there was like a mucky beach, and at the very shore, there was like mossy rock, and if you looked in the water, you found like a ton of little snails.
Oh, wow, that is so interesting. All right, hands down. So snails obviously can live anywhere, right?
Yeah.
We had some that lived in our backyard, in the water. So where an animal lives, that's called a habitat. Can you say habitat? Habitat. So, just like I said, they can be in your backyard, it can be on the edge of a pond. So, we're going to start right here. This is our first text feature that we're going to talk about. What is this text feature?
Table of contents.
Table of contents. Does anybody know what the table of contents does, what it shows? Take a look at this. Anybody want to take a guess? Brinley, are you raising your hand? Okay. Go ahead.
The table of contents shows you, if you want to look for, like, a certain thing, like, I really want to know, like, new snails, so I would go to,
Are you looking for the page number?
yeah.
16.
Yeah, I would go to page 16, so I would flip to page 16, and then I would find all about new snails, and I would keep reading from that. And if I want to go back, I could just flip back to the table of contents, and I can learn about new stuff like snails. So I would flip to page 4 or something.
Interesting. I like how you said that you can go back. So nonfiction texts contain these table of contents that give you topics about something. So obviously this is all the topics in this book about snails. So if I wanted, like Brinley said, to learn about new snails, I could look at the page number here. And it says page 16. So I could just start reading there if I wanted to only know about new snails. So let's see. If I want to learn about what snails eat, who can tell me where in the table of contents, what page would I go to? Saul? 18. How did you know that?
Because it says one number.
Yeah, it does say one number. Does anybody have anything to add to that? Calvin?
You can just follow the dots and see what page number it is.
Right. So he probably saw, food for snails, right? So that's the topic, and he's followed this. It says page 18. So the table of contents shows you topics. Sometimes these are called chapters, and these are the chapter titles that you can flip to and see where certain information is. So we are going to read about snails. All right. So just to point out, see how this says snails? The chapter title is right at the top. So you know exactly what you're learning about in that particular part of the book. So it says, snails are small animals that live outside. They have soft, slimy bodies and hard shells. There are many different kinds of snails. Some snails live on land, other snails live in water. So just from the 2 pages that I read, what is something that you've learned already about snails? Easton?
They live in water.
They can live in water. Anybody have anything to add on that? Kaya?
They can live on land.
They can live on land. Oh, that's so interesting. This is about snail bodies. A snail body is called a foot. A snail can pull its foot inside of its shell. So what is it? What's a foot? A snail foot?
Tail.
The foot is the snail's body. Snails have 4 tentacles on their heads. 2 tentacles taste and smell. 2 tentacles are eyes.
What?
I know.
Cute.
Snails move very slowly.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing, guys.
Where is the snow?
Snails move very slowly. They slide along on trails of slimy mucus. All right, just for a second, I want you to think about what you've learned now. What have you learned about snails so far? Just think. We're gonna pair really fast. Pair with your partner. Brooks and Logan. All right, so talk with your partners, share with your partners about what you've learned about snails so far. All right, stop sharing in 3, turn around in 2, voices up in 1. Who would like to share about what they've learned about snails? Harriet.
One pair of tentacles have eyes.
I have eyes. Nice. Easton.
And I noticed that sometimes they can live in water.
Yep. Cooper.
I know that they slide down a trail of mucus.
Slimy mucus. Oh, I see some connection signs. What about you, Everett?
I know that snails have 2,020 teeth.
I couldn't hear you, buddy.
I know that snails have 2,020 teeth.
Oh, really? That's interesting. All right, we're going to move right along. This chapter is called...
2,020.
Okay, let's focus back in. Whole body listening. Brooks. This chapter is called Looking for Snails. Snails live in gardens. You might find some in a flower pot. You might find some snails on leaves. New snails. New snails hatch from round white eggs. Baby snails are very small. They have soft shells on their bodies. The little snails kind of keep on. Snails eat the leaves and flowers of dead plants. They eat growing plants too. Snails can be garden pests. Can someone tell me what a pest is? Piper.
They're like something that like you don't want. Like you don't like what if there's raccoons in your trash? Like those are pets.
Why would snails be considered a pest?
They would eat all the vegetables and you don't all your vegetables that you're growing and you work really hard on.
Right.
To grow.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to grow all those vegetables like Piper said. Have all these vegetables in your garden and then these snails come and eat them. That wouldn't be